was at someone's house the other day and I spotted this little Tahitian lime tree. To be honest, it's got to be the saddest, sickest citrus tree I think I've ever seen. There's just so many issues going on here, it's not funny. But always up for a challenge. I said I'd bring it home with me and see what I could do with it. Wasn't promising anything, but it needs a lot of work. We get into it, give it a renovation, hopefully we can bring it back to life. As I said, lots of issues. Firstly, there's not enough potting mix in the pot, the roots are exposed. It's got this white louse scale completely throughout it. It's got all these suckers that are coming up from below the graft. They're a thorny sucker which isn't part of the Tahitian lime tree. They need to come off. It's got a section of dead wood at the top. And we'll give it a fertilise, a mulch, and try and nurse it back to good health. So firstly what I'm going to do is cut off these little suckers that are coming off, that are growing from below the graft. This is where the Tahitian lime was grafted onto the rootstock, just here. So any of these little suckers that are coming up from below that need to come off. Okay. Got another big section here, all this top part's dead, so I'm going to remove that, just cutting it through at an angle. That'll help the water drain off and prevent rot establishing itself there. It's basically got no leaves left now, but that's okay. Just cut that little bit of dye back off that one. This is still green to the end. I'll trim this section back. So basically now we've just got we've got the main stem coming up with 3 branches heading out, and hopefully that will recover and be able to grow into a decent shape. I'm going to give it a good spray. I'm just using a eco oil. That'll help control the scale. Completely covering the plant, and I'll do that again in another 7 days. These dead leaves need to come out of the pot, they're only harbouring disease. Got a bit of new fresh potting mix here. I'll spread that round, that brings it up to a nice level, so all those roots are completely covered now. I've got some fertiliser tablets. These will provide all the nutrients they need. These last for about 6 months, so I'll just pop 3 of those into the soil, just on each side of the tree. And then I was just going to give it some mulch. I'm just going to use some diatomite, spread across the top. That'll help lock in the moisture. And then lastly, we'll just give that a good water in. And that's about it. I'm just going to put this aside. It's a nice sunny spot, and keep a good eye on it, keep it nice and moist, and hopefully in a couple of weeks' time we'll start seeing plenty of new little shoots starting to develop on these branches, and hopefully we can nurse it back to good health and hopefully to produce some limes not too far down the track.